heart of school improvement efforts statewide is the concept of the data team. Whether at the individual student, grade level, building, or district level, data teams are teams of educators meeting for the purpose of improving adult performance in education and student outcomes through the use of information to make decisions about instruction. Data team components include what students need to learn, how we measure that learning, and the collaborative process we engage in to link those two components together. Effective data teaming must include a component of a decision-making process for differentiating instruction for students' needs. The data team process is a 5-step process for leading a team through the necessary steps to create a cycle for improvement that takes into account both fidelity of implementation data, did we do what we said we would do, and student outcome data, did it work? With resources from the Oregon Data Project, Lane ESD has partnered with the University of Oregon to deepen our implementation of data teaming using the research-based strategies from the Team-Initiated Problem-Solving, or TIPS, model. As problem solvers, we want to jump right into a solution or to brainstorming strategies. We often want to cut to the chase and just solve the problem so we can move on to the myriad other things we need to do. Taking the time to analyze with precision can help us build a solution or choose a strategy that is more directly linked to the identified need and will consequently have a more powerful outcome for students. Good meeting foundations will enable a team to work more effectively and efficiently. This will promote the sustainability of the data team process as the members of the team experience clear and concrete outcomes from their collaborative efforts.
He goes across, he goes up and down, he gets the whole thing.
It seems like that's what he would do too, because he's just moving everywhere anyway. So
yeah.
he's got to wiggle, he's got to move his face.
And he will, if I prompt him and say, did you clean your whole face? He will look in the mirror. And if he hasn't, if he has food or something, he'll go back to the washcloth. So, but right now it's still the washcloth, same thing with the towel, it's in my hand, and then I put his hand over my hand, and then he moves his face. So
data, kid stuff, tomorrow, which I spelled wrong, and miscellaneous. So we're gonna be done with data. Kid stuff, I just want to go over really quickly. Everybody looks like they're doing well.
Okay, can I just clarify, because I've now written a lot of stuff in here. So instead of us you all saying smooth stroke, you are going to not do it until you get sensible pencil. So
True.
Tracing?
It's kind of both, but like if he is tracing shapes or
Okay.
other things, I still want him to be able to do the smooth stroke along.
Okay.
So that stays.
Okay.
And also just no tracing letters until we get the sensible pencil look.
I was impressed that we have like 39% that scored 100% on it. That's like over a third of our students were able to rate all 5, no errors.
Yeah. Not only that, there's this, a vast majority of our students are either there or really close to being there, so we're doing something right.
Yeah, is there anything else? Any of our strengths that we notice?
I'm noticing as I look over them that the neatness, the square spacing is much improved. That was kind of a sidelight to it, but it really made, I think, a lot easier for the students to meet their goals as well. It was actually kind of a short time period between the pre and post test, so I think a little more instructional time may have kind of helped with that second column to move a few more students over there.
I was worried about that. I was worried that because we didn't have very much time that we were going to get worse results. So I was impressed with the results that we got. After looking at these, what do you see as being our needs?
Well, you can see right away that some of the kids that are struggling are the ones who are struggling in reading also, so we need to focus somehow on getting more opportunities for those kids.
What about trying to get the second row to move over? Okay. with more instructional time, that's a possibility that we could get those students in the second row to move over to the proficient column.
That would be a good idea, but I also think that that second column is, a lot of them were bordering on very simple errors that were made, that introducing and re-implementing the proofreading skills, self-proofing skills, I think if they would have taken a little more time, that we would have had a few more move over as well.
Yeah, I agree with Sherry. I mean, some of the kids that didn't quite get there are so close that it's going to take minimal effort to get them over to the edge.
Well, I noticed too that some of them were really close to being over, but some of these scores too are really close to being in the column, the third column, whatever that is, the additional time. So I think at some point we need to break down their scores and see exactly what the errors were and decide. But from looking at this, do you guys want to, what do you think our goal should be? Our goal last time was that we would have 85% of the second graders would be able to correctly write 5 completed dictated sentences, and this correct sentence includes capitals at the beginning, punctuation, correct punctuation. We were just working on periods and question marks, and that they would use uppercase I's and I was in isolation. Continue our instruction, and we moved the second column over. A lot of those would be moved over, and hopefully even some of the students in the third column can be moved up a step. Yeah.
So our precision statement, our precision problem is 8 5th grade students in Mrs. Jones' class are in the red zone based on the Winter Easy CBM benchmark with a risk factor of 5 or 6. So that's what we're concerned about, okay? So then we created a SMART goal, and it was 75% of the students scoring in the red risk zone on the Winter Easy CBM reading assessment using PRF and MCRC. We'll move up 2 risk levels by the spring Easy CBM assessment in May of 2011. Lots of words. So we didn't talk about our strategy for moving these kids up. That's just our goal. And then the next conversation will be about the strategies to meet with them.
And can you see the value of getting that precise in terms of when you go to that next step of figuring out strategies and how you measure whether or not you were effective? It kind of naturally flows into that. It's going to be easy to see the degree to which you're able to affect that because you have a really solid measure.
We got 5 5th grade students are at level 2 risk and staying stagnant in this category, both fall and winter. And then we said the solution, 3 of them we're going to start daily Read Naturally pull-out program with our SPED teacher by Monday. And their goal is to increase by 10 words per minute in 1 month. And the other 2 need more comp, so we're going to start them in the reading comp pull-out with our SPED teacher by Monday. And their goal is to increase by 2 points within the 1 month. And then we're going to check in and look at the scores at the next team meeting.
For more information on training, coaching, and technical assistance to help you improve your data team processes, contact your local ESD School Improvement Department or visit the Oregon Data Project website, www.oregondataproject.org.